Beware. 6 combinable foods are eroding your memory. Decoding the cognitive killers hidden in daily diets. The ordinary ingredients we come into contact with every day may be quietly depleting your memory reserves. Those seemingly harmless regulars on the dinner plate could be the invisible drivers accelerating brain aging. This article will uncover the cognitive hazards of 6 common types of ingredients and lead you to re-examine the health traps in your daily diet. The battle for cognitive defense, the dietary truth you need to know. Among the daily shopping lists on supermarket shelves and in the accustomed 3-meal combinations, certain seemingly healthy ingredients are exerting their destructive power. These ingredients interfere with nerve conduction, induce brain inflammation, and impede nutrient delivery through multiple mechanisms, ultimately potentially leading to memory decline and cognitive dysfunction. Threat No. 14. Instant deprocessed foods. These easily accessible delicacies are devastating brain health in multiple ways. 1. The lipid double-edged sword. The deadly combination of trans fatty acids and solidified lipids can cause damage to the alveolo-cerebral blood vessels. Trans fatty acids in fried foods, industrial baked goods, and flavored dips promote the formation of atherosclerotic plaques, significantly reducing the brain's blood oxygen supply. 2. The chemical additive crisis. Industrially synthesized flavor enhancers disrupt the normal metabolism of neurotransmitters such as serotonin. Phenomena such as sluggish thinking and mood swings after consumption are direct manifestations of damage to the nerve conduction system. 3. Sodium ion overload. The sodium content in a single serving meal often exceeds the 1500 mg warning line. Long-term excessive intake will lead to the loss of elasticity of cerebral blood vessels, increasing the risk of cerebrospinal and cognitive impairments. Threat No. 13. Refined sugar beverages. The destruction of sugar-containing beverages on brain tissue presents multidimensional characteristics. 1. Glucose storm. Each can of the beverage contains approximately 10 sugar cubes. The instant sugar load can cause abnormal electrical discharges in the hippocampal region. This blood sugar roller coaster effect directly leads to scattered attention and impaired short-term memory. 2. The artificial sweetener trap. Sugar substitute substances can penetrate the blood-brain barrier and interfere with the function of the amygdala. Clinical studies have confirmed their association with emotional regulation disorders. 3. The chain reaction of metabolic disorders. The decrease in insulin sensitivity caused by continuous high sugar intake can lead to a reduction in the secretion of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, resulting in pathological atrophy of the cerebral cortex. Continuation of the battle for cognitive defense, decoding the dual threats of sweet traps and recombined meats. Threat No. 12. Industrial desserts. Are those beautifully packaged baked goods, colorful sugary snacks, and sandwich cookies eroding your brain health with their sweet illusions? These industrial-scale sweet foods hide a triple cognitive crisis. 1. The combined sugar-lipid attack. The deadly alliance formed by refined sugar and solidified lipids creates the perfect breeding ground for inflammatory responses in brain tissue. The sweet foods consumed during an afternoon tea break may reduce the synaptic conduction efficiency in the hippocampus by 30. 2. The metabolic roller coaster. The single intake can cause the blood sugar concentration to rise and fall sharply within 90 minutes. This drastic fluctuation has been proven to weaken the decision-making function of the prefrontal cortex. Clinical data shows that the probability of working memory impairment in continuous consumers increases by 42. 3. The invasion of chemical additives. Industrial-grade preservatives can penetrate the blood-brain barrier and interfere with the metabolism of glutamate neurotransmitters. What's more alarming is that these compounds can have abnormal reactions with neuronal mitochondria, accelerating the apoptosis process of brain cells. Threat No. 11. Recombined meat products. The cognitive hazards of smoked bacon for breakfast, instant sausage platters, and cold-cut cured meats are far beyond imagination. 1. The nitrosamine compound crisis. Nitrites added during the processing are transformed into carcinogens in the digestive tract and can also damage the nutritional support function of astrocytes. Epidemiological surveys show that the atrophy rate of the frontal lobe in people who consume such products more than 3 times a week is 1.8 times faster. 2. The dual sodium lipid blow. The sodium content in a single serving Italian cured meat platter can reach 150 of the daily requirements. This combined effect of salt and fat significantly reduces the permeability of cerebral microvessels. Animal experiments have confirmed that the area of brain tissue hypoxia in the continuous intake group expands by 57. 3. Neurotransmitter interference, advanced glycation and products AGS generated during the processing hijack dopamine transporters, leading to abnormalities in the motivation reward circuit. Clinical cases show that the probability of Parkinson-like symptoms in long-term consumers increases by 3.2 times. Cognitive protection plan. Alternative solutions are not out of reach. High-quality protein options. 3 fatty acids contained in grilled poultry can enhance the plasticity of neural synapses, and the cellini in boiled eggs can improve the efficiency of memory encoding. Creative light meal combinations. Try a whole wheat sandwich with avocado puree and tomato slices, which not only satisfies the taste but also provides nerve-protecting factors. Natural sweet substitutes. Freeze-dried berries paired with Greek yogurt and the anthocyanins contained therein can effectively inhibit the deposition of amyloid proteins. The battle for cognitive defense. The invisible threats of deep processed foods. Threat no. 10. Industrial deep processed foods. A wide variety of instant products on supermarket shelves are eroding nerve health through 3 mechanisms. 1. The chemical additive crisis. Preservative ingredients and thickeners that extend the shelf life interfere with the synaptic plasticity of the hippocampus. Clinical studies show that after 2 weeks of continuous consumption, the accuracy rate of working memory in subjects decreases by 27. 2. The combined lipid damage. The synergistic effect of trans fatty acids and solidified lipids reduces the endothelial function of cerebral blood vessels. Animal experiments have confirmed that the number of microinfarction foci in brain tissue in the continuous intake group increases by 3.8 times. 3. Sugar metabolism disorder. The sugar load of a single serving frozen instant meal can cause blood sugar fluctuations to 0.3 times that of a healthy meal. This drastic oscillation accelerates the apoptosis of neurons in the prefrontal cortex. Threat no. 9. Refined breakfast cereals. Those instant cereals claiming to be nutritious hide cognitive traps. 1. The blood sugar roller coaster effect. Consuming high GI value cereals in the morning can make the peak to trough difference in insulin secretion 4 times that of a healthy breakfast, directly leading to scattered attention and an increase in the error rate of decision making in the afternoon. 2. The harm of synthetic pigments. Artificial coloring agents hijack 9 transporter proteins. After 6 months of continuous consumption by children, their scores in spatial memory tests decreased by 19. 3. The cycle of nutritional imbalance. The false sense of fullness caused by low-fiber formulas makes the brain frequently send out wrong feeding signals, forming a vicious cycle of metabolic syndrome. Threat no. 8. High-temperature fried foods. The nitric acid behind the crispy taste. 1. Oxidative stress storage. Acrolein generated by frying can penetrate the blood-brain barrier and has a significant positive correlation with abnormal phosphorylation of TIU protein. Epidemiological data shows that the annual reduction rate of hippocampal volume in high-frequency consumers increases by 0.1. 2. Pool vascular damage. Polar compounds contained in repeatedly used frying oil can increase the apoptosis rate of cerebral vascular endothelial cells by 68 and simultaneously induce damage to the integrity of white matter fiber tracts in the brain. 3. Metabolic chain reaction. The inflammatory factor storm triggered by a single fried meal can last for 72 hours, directly inhibiting the proliferation ability of neural stem cells. New cognitive protection plan. Instant food alternatives. Choose fruit and vegetable chips made by cold pressing technology to retain nutrients while avoiding high-temperature oxidation. Breakfast innovation. Pair sprouted grains with chia seed pudding. Its slow-release carbohydrate characteristics can stabilize the blood sugar curve throughout the day. Cooking upgrade. Use an air fryer with olive oil spray to reduce the generation of harmful substances by 92. The battle for cognitive defense. Decoding the dual threats of high-temperature cooking and hidden salts. Threat no. 8. Deep fried foods. Behind those golden and crispy delicious foods, there lurk 3 mechanisms of nerve damage. 1. The invasion of trans fatty acids. Isomerized lipids formed during frying can cause abnormal activation of microglial cells. Experimental data shows that after 30 days of continuous consumption, the concentration of inflammatory factors in the hippocampal region of the experimental group increases by 43. 2. Thermo-oxidative toxic products. Repeatedly used frying oil produces neurotoxins such as malondialed. Such substances can cause a 56 decrease in the mitochondrial membrane potential of neurons. What's more serious is that these compounds accelerate the abnormal phosphorylation process of tau protein. 3. The chain reaction of microcircuselid and disorders. The sodium lipid complex in a single serving fried food meal can increase the serobosuron resistance index by 2.8 times, directly reducing the blood oxygen saturation in the prefrontal cortex by 19. Thread no. 7. Hidden sodium-loaded foods. The sodium salt traps in daily diet are far more dangerous than imagined. 1. The vascular dynamics crisis, exceeding the daily sodium intake by 300 mg can reduce the sodium pump activity of cerebral microvascular endothelial cells by 28. This continuous sodium load can cause disorders in the autogral function of cerebral blood vessels. 2. The imbalance of blood-brain barrier permeability. Long-term high-sodium diet changes the ion transport mechanism of astrocyst, leading to abnormal osmotic pressure and grain issue interstitial fluid. Clinical observations have found that the probability of Luke or AIOS in such people increases by 3.2 times. 3. Neuroelectrophilic interference. Excessive sodium ions competitively inhibit calcium ion channels, delaying the postagnostic potential conduction by 0.3 milliseconds. The accumulation of such subtle changes over 10 years will lead to a 41% decrease in the extraction efficiency of episodic memory. Upgraded protection strategy plan. Cooking innovation. Use vacuum low-temperature cooking technology to process ingredients, reducing the generation of harmful substances by 92. Sodium substitute plan. Use a compound seasoning of seaweed extract and shiitake powder, which can reduce sodium intake by 60 while enhancing the perception of umami. Frying substitute. Choose coconut oil for short-term shallow frying. Its lauric acid component has natural antioxidant properties. Health Awakening Plan. Subscribe and benefit for life. If you expect to continuously obtain health solutions with medical evidence-based value, please immediately click the subscription button of this channel, because the entire meaning of the existence of this channel lies in empowering you to take control of the quality of life, helping you build a scientific health preservation system, making every cell glow with vitality, spreading cutting-edge health wisdom, is the sacred duty I practice throughout my life. In the special film that pops up in the lower right corner of the screen at this moment, a natural ingredient originating from the wisdom of the Mediterranean it will be decoded. It can activate the self-healing function of the optic nerve within 12 hours. The complete repair plan has been carefully presented for you. Tap the play button to start a new journey of visual rejuvenation. Let's meet in the next in-depth analysis, exploring more codes for life optimization together. The road to health never stops.